Morning Show.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's Wellness Wednesday. And for 2024, we are trying to get your health on track. Joining us this morning, we got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier. Good morning.
Wow. Good morning, Rickey, Rock T, Special K, Gary with the T, the Brat, and Maria Moore. Rickey, thank you again for the opportunity to bring healthcare information to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We're going to do more in 2024. So, Rickey, almost every patient that I have that's at least 45 years or older has concerns about dementia and early onset Alzheimer's. The first time they can't find their car keys or their purse or their wallet, they are sensitized and ask, do I have early onset dementia, especially if they have a parent or a grandparent that is affected? The next question is always, what can I do to prevent it? Well, Rickey, a new study was just released that noted the effects of exercise on the brain. The study included over 10,000 brain scans in patients ranging in age from 18 to age 97. And it noted that people that exercise had bigger brains than those who didn't, whatever the age. And a larger brain means a healthier brain. That's not a bigger head. That's a bigger brain. Okay.
I was about to say.
Okay. So you hear you need 10,000 steps daily or 150 minutes per week of exercise. So, Maria, what amount of exercise do you recommend to keep your clients healthy?
Well, I think it depends on the intensity of exercise. Some people feel like they're exercising and they're just walking, which is good, but you want to get your heart rate to a certain percentage of the maximum. So you want to push yourself for 20 to 30 minutes where you're breathing heavy, and then you can do, light exercise, low impact exercise like, yoga, stretching, and walking and cardio like that. But yeah, I totally agree. Exercise is so good for the mind. It really is. It's so much evidence.
Amazingly. From peace of mind, decreasing anxiety, depression, all of those things. And most people recommend 30 minutes at least 3 to 4 times per week, ideally 4 times per week. Well, guess what? In this study on brain health, people that exercise as little as 5 minutes per day, 5 minutes per day, had increased brain size in the areas involved with thinking and memory. These areas often shrink with age, and this contributes greatly to cognitive decline and dementia. So in the study, a clear pattern emerged for men and women of any age who exercise for at least 25 minutes a week or 5 minutes daily showed mostly greater brain volume than those who didn't. And amazingly enough, the most effective exercises in the study were gentle versus those that exercise more vigorously. Now, we're talking about, again, exercising for brain health. We're not talking about to get in shape and lose weight and all those things. So, you want to, like you said, get the heart rate elevated and have a good workout that's aerobically challenged because it's overall good for the cardiovascular health. But in this study, again, focusing on brain, they noted that those that exercise tend to have a larger hippocampus. That's the portion of the brain that's essential for memory and thinking. It usually shrinks and shrivels as we age. This affects our ability to reason and recall. So how does this work? Why does exercise help with brain? Okay, exercise reduces inflammation in the brain. Once again, you've heard the term inflammation. And it also encourages the release of neurochemicals that promote the creation of new brain cells and blood vessels. So basically, exercise seems to help build and bank a brain structure reserve. So you have extra brain matter, extra cells that can help protect us from the otherwise inevitable decline in brain size and function that occurs as we age. So our brains still shrink over the years, but if we exercise, this slow fall starts from a higher baseline. All right, Rickey, let's go to the listening audience.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Keila caller from Birmingham, Alabama. I want to know what's the best way to handle sinus issues like congestion when the weather changes. Over-the-counter medicine seems to not be working. Tired of going to the doctor getting shots, antibiotics. Like, what's the best natural way to handle nasal congestion?
Again, boost your immune system with products like zinc and elderberry extract. That will help control. But the changes in the weather and using the heat in your house, which dries out your sinuses, all make you susceptible. A saline nasal douche, washing your sinuses out with saline or salt water, helps tremendously. Non-sedating antihistamines like Claritin, Zyrtec, Characterization anxiety.
You better clarify that saline nasal douche, because somebody gonna go in and put the wrong thing up their nose. A big bottle, a Massengill.
Massengill in a big red.
And then sit up in church and nose.
Hot water bottle.
All right, you on with Dr. MJ Collier. Good morning.
I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio, and my question is, what consists of a full thyroid makeup? Because I asked my doctor to do one, and she just took blood and said it was done, and I feel like something is missing.
Okay, well, you only have to take blood unless there's a problem with the blood work. But what you want to do, a lot of doctors will only test your thyroid stimulating hormone, or TSH, as a screening test. And then if that is abnormal, they will do additional testing. But a full thyroid panel will include the TSH, the T3, which is active thyroid hormone, and T4, which is inactive thyroid hormone. That actually gives you a much better picture of how well your thyroid is functioning. And you want to have a T3, the normal range is 2 to 4.2. Ideally, you want it to be 3 or greater. That optimizes your metabolism, gives you greater brain awareness and cognitive ability, and keeps your weight down and your muscle mass up. So a full panel is most important, and most doctors don't do it. They just do a screening test, which doesn't answer the question. And thyroid disease is truly underdiagnosed here in America.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Hey, I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio. I got diagnosed with prostate cancer, like a low grade, and I want to know, do I need to start changing my diet, like stop eating meats, or is there any kind of supplements I can take to, so it won't spread?
Absolutely. Vitamin D is the most important to prevent that. You need to get vitamin D at 5,000 international units daily. That decreases inflammation throughout the body, and it also helps particularly with prostate cancer and colon cancer and breast cancer. So very important that you start that regimen if they haven't already put you on vitamin D. There are several treatment options, particularly since you say it's mild, including watchful waiting, which means just monitoring your PSA and see how rapidly it changes. But active intervention and early diagnosis and treatment is very important so that you have a good outcome, and that's what we want to do. So it's going to require a partnership with you and your urologist, but healthy eating, more crunchy fruits and vegetables, and things that are high in tomatoes, and so that will be good with that. All right. So these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast or its production crew. Go to my website, lipodrops.com, find out how you can lose weight, boost your immune system, and why vitamin D decreases that inflammation throughout your body, including for brain health. Go to my new YouTube channel, AskDRMJ, where you can see videos on various healthcare topics. Okay, Rickey, somebody told me to tell you about a Cutlass Supreme that you had that had a window that wouldn't come down, so you had to get in like Dukes of Hazzard. This is
somebody know me for real.
Oh, yeah. He said, tell Rickey, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Hey, was it Carlos, my boy Carlos? Was it Carlos?
I can't say his name. I can't violate HIPAA, but he came to my office in Birmingham yesterday, and he said, tell Rickey, I remember that car.
Yeah, that ain't nobody but Carlos, because we rolled all the way to Columbia, South Carolina. I had to do a show at the Township Auditorium with D.L. Hughley and Bernie Mac, and we drove in a Cutlass. The doggone window was messed up, and the car kept running hot all the way down 20, and all of us was musty when we got to the Township Auditorium. That ain't nobody but Carlos. Carlos fixed hair. He cool as on over here. He can do the hell out of some hair. They used to ride with me back. That was either Carlos or Zach. I know it was one of them. Thank you, Dr. Carlos.
Good old days.
All right.
already know.
Okay. One last thing. Stay. Don't you dare go away. You listening to Dr. MJ on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, driving that Cutlass Supreme with the matching wheels and the ideal prom car in the 1970s.
Girl, dog. Stay.
Yes, sir. Dr. Collier, better known as the Cool Mo D of the medical field. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.